Welcome to Watch What Crappens. To get our videos as soon as they're released instead of waiting for a week, head over to our Patreon. That's also where you'll find our bonus episodes and our Discord community. We love you guys. Well, hello and welcome to Crappy Hour. I'm Ronnie and that's Ben over there. Hi, Ben.
Hi, Ronnie. How are you?
I'm good. Do you know why?
Why?
Because this episode of Crappy Hour is proudly brought to you guys by Virgin Voyages.
Woo-hoo!
So
Love
tonight
it.
we're pretty much coming to you from Dick's Kingdom. All right. Thanks, Virgin. Thanks for being here. We love you guys. Thanks for being here.
Pretend we're on a boat. Okay. Hi, Ronnie.
Yeah. Hi there.
How was your weekend?
So good to see you. It was a great weekend. It sucks that it's over as it does every time a weekend ends. I sleep so much. I don't know if something's wrong with me. I mean, if something's wrong with me, it's been wrong with me my whole life. But God, I just love to sleep. It's a problem.
Well, it seems like it's not just the weekend that's over. It seems like your porn stash has disappeared. What happened to it?
Yeah, I think I'll bring it back next week. I was trying to trim it today because it was a little bit unruly, and I trimmed it uneven, so I looked like I had not a hangnail. What do you call a hang lip? I looked like I had a hang lip. Hair lip. Cleft lip?
Oh, cleft palate?
I'm not Joaquin. I can't pull that off, you know?
Okay.
So
well,
it was bad.
You look
it was
lovely
bad
in every
aiming.
form.
It was bad aiming with the shaver.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry. It happens to all of us at some point or another.
What'd you do this weekend?
Well, my parents are here in town. So I've been having lots of fun
right.
times with my parents. Yes, we went to restaurants and we watched TV and cooked some food. So we've just been having a very nice, calm time. And, because of our sort of Bravo dread at the moment, I haven't had to subject them to as many Real Housewives shows as usual, which is too bad.
Tonight they're going to get to watch. You love your what? Sorry.
No, I was going to say, I love my mom's withering opinions on the Real Housewives.
Oh, well, so get to give them tonight because tonight you get to watch Real Housewives of London.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yeah, you guys have been asking for Real Housewives of London recap. So we're not going to do the whole thing because it's not playing here in America. But we are going to do the first episode this week because, we don't have anything. You know what else has been really good, which I've been watching, is not Real Housewives, but Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I know I'm really behind everybody, but we covered the first season. And the second season we didn't because we had enough shows. And I just watched the whole thing. Wow, those girls get down and dirty. I mean, that show is so dark and they act so nice. Even when they're stabbing each other right in the back, like, here's how I feel about you. You're a stupid bitch, and I hope your whole family dies in a fire. It's like, ugh.
I really have to get back into it because I really loved the first season. But the second season came around and I was like, there's too much. There's too much going on. We got a lot to do with the Bravo. I'm just like, I can't take this on right now. And then I lost momentum. So I'm a little sad. Plus, I heard that Great British Bake Off is back, so I'm also like really excited to dive back into that. So there's just it's like TV
remember when we
happening.
did those recaps? God, that was so fun doing those recaps.
It was fun too, yeah.
But anyway, here we are.
But anyway,
Here we are under the tent to discuss Bravo headlines of the week. What stood out to you this week, or the past couple of weeks, actually, in Bravo headlines? Ben, what are you thinking?
Well, I think the thing that stood out to me. The thing that stood out to me is a little bit old news by now, but Karen Huger is out of jail. There's no new update since we last discussed it, so there's not much to discuss there. But I just wanted to acknowledge the Grand Dame. Okay, this is the first Crappy Hour she gets to listen to since she's been out of jail, so that's great.
Well, obviously that's great. I would like to congratulate the prison for getting rid of Karen because you know that she had to be making them effing crazy. They just kept making that get out date earlier and earlier. You know she made them insane, and they can breathe easily today. Knowing that Karen is no longer in there. Can I get a softer pillow? I don't deserve this.
I need a better pillow, please. Security. They're like, the only thing around you is security. You can't keep calling out for us.
They're like, what? What do you want? You call me one more time.
They're very responsive here. Here's something I would actually like to talk about, which is not hard hitting or major, but I think it's a nice human interest story to kick off our hour. Okay. And the thing that has jumped out to me is news that Carl Radke takes People magazine inside Soft Bar, new non-alcoholic venture.
I'd like to dedicate this to all the people who said, I can't do it. I did it. Kind of. It's almost open. It's almost open. It's not really open yet.
Well,
but I'd like to prove that I'm making strides by not wearing white jeans that are skin tight.
He's wearing jeans in this picture, actual jeans.
I know.
And I don't know how I feel about it. Carl?
I feel like he may no longer, like, he doesn't need to have jeans that are skin tight because he just has skin that's skin tight at the moment. I mean, it's like,
lucky him. God, I'm jealous.
he is aging we all age. It happens to each and every one of us. There's no point in shaming people. But what is happening to Carl? What is happening to our sweet Carl? Like, this man, like, he looks so weathered. Like what has he been doing?
Who is in a relationship with Lindsay? I mean, if that doesn't weather you, I mean, that's a constant storm.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
you know what?
Carl
Listen, my neighbors in Texas, while I've been away, have just been doing whatever they want. I live in a unit where there's 2 places on one lot, so I'm very close with the neighbors. We're like a foot from each other, okay? And open that Coke, Ben. I hope that's a beer over there that you're opening.
It's actually just seltzer. Just seltzer. Seltzer water.
So my neighbors decided they're going to get a sprinkler system, one of those hose things that has sprinklers in it, so you don't like actually put the sprinklers in. It's like a hose thing. Anyway, they aimed this right at my freaking bedroom window, okay? So the first night I'm home, I thought it was gunshots, honestly. I felt like the guy from Below Deck. I was like, I woke up with gunshots. It was like gunshots. It was like boom, 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 boom. It's like, what the hell is that? I jumped out of bed. I went out there. The freaking sprinkler, God knows how long it's been aimed right at my window. It's not like they can't hear that it's aimed right at my window, machine gunning me. And the whole thing is not the window's not cracked, but all the paint and stuff is coming off the window now. And let me tell you what it looks like. It looks weathered. It looks weathered. So I think that's what you're trying to say. That was a long way of getting to. You know what? Carl just suffered from years of Lindsay machine gunning him in the face with her water spout.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I think I sometimes
maybe
forget
that's why he looks weathered. But
yeah, I sometimes forget that. And I feel kind of like a dick because like he's weathered. Like it's what happens
rude.
to people. It's what happens to people. But sometimes I'm just so shocked with Carl. And he takes us onto this tour. Oh, there I am. Soft bar opening soon. So it opened up over Labor Day weekend.
I would like to point out that Ronnie did not call me weathered. Ben did, because Ronnie respects my fish oil game. So go ahead, Ben, please.
Yeah, no, well, I've make me unleashed a monster in me, and there's no turning back. But Carl, he opened this, of course, over Labor Day weekend, Soft Bar, because that's when they're going to be probably shooting the season finale of Summer House.
Lindsay's not the only one going into labor this year. Not to be competitive. Not to be competitive.
So we actually get like a tour of it, and the truth is, the place looks great. It like visually, it looks like it looks beautiful. But I'm not
going to kick a popsicle out of my drink. I'll tell you that much. He's got a popsicle right in a drink here. Look at this. A popsicle covered with what? Cumin and chili? And that looks crazy. I don't know if it's cumin.
Just imagine that it's Austin's tongue licking the glass.
Ben, I don't know that I'm going to. Maybe that's why they're charging you $20 for a drink or whatever, because they're putting a popsicle in there. Look at that. I don't know about that.
Here's my concern. My concern is this. First of all, like the ongoing, like if you listen to his tour, he's like, hold over here, we have some really functional cocktails, or if you need some functional rehabilitation, it's all like some functional, like everything's functional, which I'm like, I cannot believe that this is the true use of the word function. I don't think that's right. But second of all, as nice as it looks, it's kind of.
What if you had a non-functional cocktail over there? What if you just got it and you're like, what if it was just like a cup of screws? And you're like, wait a minute. Why is there hardware in my cup?
Well, it's functional.
It's not fun. It's literally not a drink. Carl, get me a drink.
Dysfunctional. But my worry is it kind of gives me WeWork vibes. Kind of gives me like, student center at college. It's like where you put up a poster to say that you want to like join some sort of like fencing club or something. I don't know. I'm just like, I just worry that good guy clause is going to be invoked very quickly. I don't know. I actually want him to succeed. Good guy clause. Despite everything, I want Carl to succeed. He
looks nice
me sometimes. It looks gorgeous.
Very pretty. But you have a whole bar. I have to say, you have a whole bar here. And well, I guess this is the soft opening of soft. So it wasn't really the opening. And I mean, you can tell because the bar only has a TV that looks like a microwave. And then you have, a few bottles. There's not really a lot in here. It looks like the little room in the Hyatt place that you get snacks.
It's so big. It's so cavernous. And as he talks about, he's like, we could have events here. We could do this here. We could do that here. We could do that here. I'm like, oh no,
we could have pregnancy events where pregnant women come to talk. You remember that? Yeah, we're going to have events where pregnant women talk about stuff. They can speak. I want it to be a place for the community, the pregnant community, the Williamsburg pregnant community.
I don't know, but this is the latest update. So Soft launched, and I guess we'll see. Maybe at BravoCon, I guarantee at BravoCon he's gonna have some like very Austin style kind of trailer. They'll be like, what are those like trailers that you attach to the back? It's like so they're sort of like round with wheels. He'll have one of those,
like a little food truck thing.
Yeah, like remember when we got those bagels in Austin like a few months ago? Remember we stopped by that little trailer?
Oh yeah.
I think it's gonna be like one of those trailers, and it'll be serving soft drinks at BravoCon. That is my prediction, and I'm sure there'll be like a fake palm tree and like a flamingo. I'm gonna say that right now.
Someone is asking, why is the sign so small? I had to look at the picture to see. It looks like it says "so feet" or "square feet." So feet, right? Like square feet. Love the color of the outside. This is my blue. I love this kind of blue. What a beautiful blue. I don't know.
The exterior paint is great.
Good for him. I mean, I'm a dick too, though.
Looks
because
very.
When I saw this, my first thought was, is it open or not? Because it's not. It's like we're gonna open.
Yeah.
It's like a welcome party before we open. Open it, Carl. You're making me crazy now. Open it.
Yeah, it looks great. I just have concerns. That's really where I'm at. Everyone.
Okay. Well, concerns. You know what? Concerns noted. But congratulations, Carl. All fucking with you aside. Good for you getting that thing open.
Congratulations.
Also, didn't they say that's $10,000 a month? That doesn't look very expensive for $10,000 a month. I say you're getting a bargain.
Good guy clause. Okay. I mean, so that was my human interest story to start off the episode. What's on your mind, Ronnie?
There have been some rumors of Real Housewives of New Jersey. They're gonna, are they filming? Are they not? Who's coming back? Who's not coming back? We had Melissa Gorga and Danielle Cabral over at some awards show. What was it? The MTV
VMAs.
Music Videos. Yeah, is that what that is?
Oh, VMAs, yeah.
VMAs. Then we had Marge making an Instagram post that was something like, "The bitch is back," something like that. And people were like, "Does this mean you're back?" It's like, no, it doesn't really mean anything. I mean, it was just a post. What do you want from me? I'm about to post words. It was just words in a post.
I was talking about Sabrina. She's back in Tenafly after spending the entire summer in Prague. It's Czech Republic. Okay, bitch is back.
And then there have been rumors that they've been doing test filming with the Real Housewives of New Jersey with Melissa, Margaret, and Jen Aiden. Just kidding. Melissa, Margaret, and who's the other one? Dolores, I guess, would be the returners.
Dolores for sure.
But that they're supposedly leaving Teresa out, that they're doing tests without Teresa. So I don't know if any of that's true. That's just some goss on the internet.
I just don't think that Bravo is dropping Teresa. I just don't think so. I think if the concern is that Louis might be a liability, I think Bravo doesn't mind. It's the sort of mess that Bravo likes. I think Jen Aiden is gone. I think that what's her face is probably gone. I don't even remember her name. The one with the ski jump nose.
Oh, wasn't that another Danielle? What was that girl's name? The girl whose husband owned the
Rachel Fuda.
Rachel Fuda. What was the tile company? Yeah, the Tile Empire.
Tile Empire.
I
don't even think
we love tiles. And my husband's very serious about tiles. And you're coming from my husband right now. Yeah, I don't know. I don't need her back. Really. I don't need Danielle Cabral back. I need her back. She was crazy.
I need her dad back crying into his fist. My daughters don't speak to each other. My daughter, my son, that is. Maybe that's why they don't talk to me, because I called him a daughter. But he's like a daughter.
My brother doesn't talk to me. You want a fucking piece?
Yeah, I like that girl. I think she's cray-cray, and I want her back for sure. Now, Bravo has come up against a lot in the past few years with the reality reckoning, a lot of people threatening lawsuits, and we've seen them kind of react scared in that, they haven't settled any of these lawsuits, so they're not scared in that way, but they have kind of backed down in some of their they've tried to show us like a softer side of Bravo, I think. I don't know how well it's going,
like
but
Sears.
Yeah, they've tried. And they're trying to show like we're not scared, but we're listening. Well, let me tell you what will scare them. Teresa fans, if Teresa doesn't come back, because Teresa fans will firebomb NBC Universal. They'll do it.
Yeah, they will.
They will. They are not fucking around. So I don't see Bravo doing that. And I think that they maybe not afraid of Teresa, but definitely afraid of, Teresa's stans. I shouldn't say fans because, you're allowed to be a fan of somebody. I'm a fan of Teresa, but the stans, like the real cray-crays.
Yeah, I just think that Teresa, I think Bravo, she's just too much. She's too big. She's unsinkable. I think Bravo's keeping her. I think she'll be there, Well, I feel like, was she just on a show? I feel like she was just on a show. I know she was
Villains or something. Didn't she just do Villains or one of those?
She did Villains, but I thought there was something else that she was on. But either way, I just have a hard time thinking that she's not on it. I think that rumor is like started by Danielle Cabral. I think she puts it out there. She's like, "Hey Nate, go tell people, go tell Dave Quinn, Teresa's out. Okay, Cabral's in. Tell everyone a Kids Bop too, by the way. Let's get two stones with one bird, okay?"
I have a personal question in here from Britt. Actually, she says, did I miss any Bobcat updates? Nope, there haven't been any more. And I've literally sat at that window playing the piano. I mean, my practice has gone up because I've been searching for that Bobcat. It has not come back. And I'm very sad. But, I do still have Bueller. I can't be just inviting a Bobcat over and then it gets big and needs Bueller. You know what I mean? So I have to be good. I'm doing like nature. I'm just doing the nature thing where I'm sitting behind a window and just searching for it and sending my love that way. But I'm not leaving out food or anything. I'm not crazy because I'm the idiot who would befriend a Bobcat and then it kills me. I'm one of those people who's like, but the Bobcat ate my face.
Yeah. Also, let's hold some space for the fact that it might be a mountain lion. So mountain lion babies do have spots as well. That's what people have been messaging me.
Yes.
To warn you about,
well,
by the way, which is like, don't befriend
They're both adorable.
Just know that mama's nearby. Okay. And what mama wants, mama gets. So be careful.
Yeah.
Also, people are saying that what we were thinking about is that Teresa and Gia are both on Special Forces on Fox. And I think that was it. Did anyone even watch that show? That's just a show that exists pure. Maybe not. I feel like Special Forces exists solely to get us to react to their casting, but no one actually watches it. Like I don't think they actually even air the show. I think they just make casting announcements and they release clips and then that's it. Then it's a wrap. Because I don't know anyone who watches that show.
I don't either. It seems, I don't know, maybe it's like people who are really into like war stuff, those guys. Like I have a couple of friends who are like, bro, did you watch Bands of Brothers? I'm like, no. Like every time we start talking about TV shows, they're like, that's like one of the best things of all time. I think they're just people who are just like into war stuff,
They do. There are people that love war stuff, and it's just not me. I don't find it fascinating.
But the thought of Teresa and Gia is scary, right? In war.
Oh my goodness.
Can we just stop? Just stop it all right? Just stop it. You want to fuck with me? Teresa going up against Putin. Actually, just thinking. Now I'm in. I just talked myself into this show.
It sounds great. I was reading an article today about how tank camouflage has evolved rapidly over the past 3 years because of drones and the fighting in Ukraine. And so they've been having to modify all these tanks to make them partially to camouflage from drones, but also like drones will drop like a grenade on them. So they have to like add this other thing on top of it. And then the drones will fly into the thing. And then they have to add chains and the drones will get underneath. They have to do all these modifications, which is not unlike being a real housewife in the first place. And second of all, I just love the idea of like Teresa potentially like modding out a tank and just doing it all wrong. Just making it look like a big, gaudy, tacky luxury car.
They're like, wait a minute, why are meatballs being dropped all over the Ukraine?
Teresa's in charge of the drones too. Oh no.
War. Hilarious.
War.
So Alexia Umansky got married to someone named Jake Zingerman, and he must be rich, because otherwise, why would you marry somebody whose last name is Zingerman? You know that guy's annoying. He's like, Zing!
He may have deli access because there's Zingerman's Deli. Ann Arbor.
I've never heard.
Hello, come on to my Zingerman's Deli people out there. Hello, high five. I made a reference. Zingerman Deli. No, who is this person?
He looks like a tall version of Josh Altman in little pictures. Let me see. Tinier
he
pictures.
Does.
Right? Here, I'm going to share.
I'm going to share
this.
I'm going to say this right now.
So this is a wedding picture.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure. Guys, her dress is pretty. Mauricio looks like he's in Guys and Dolls. I'm not sure what he's doing.
Yes. I love
be a lady tonight, huh? Listen, luck be a lady tonight. That's all I'm saying.
I love Mayor Winningham on the right. Like, I love this lady who, like, is probably the mother of the groom, and she's just like pulled into this like world of Beverly Hills plastic surgery and fillers, and she's like, "What the fuck am I standing next to right now?" I just want my son to be happy. Mama Zingerman.
Yeah, Mama Zingerman's like, is this a wedding or a convention for Cabbage Patch doll faces? Oh, zing! Mama Zingerman got one in there.
Mama Zingerman looks like she already cannot stand Kyle at all. Look at her. She's like, this one I have to stand next to? Really? I brought my best angled purse. I got my best angle rippled purse here. And I got to stand next to this one.
Yeah, they had maroon as their color, I guess. That was a big thing. I don't think I've seen maroon as a color since like high school. Maroon was my junior high color. So
only 5 people could wear it, though. Did you know only 5 people could wear it?
Where's that from? Oh. Zing! What are you, a cousin of the Zingermans?
You just got Zingerman.
So a photo came out that was Kyle put a photo out, I think, on her Instagram, and it was Kyle,
of course,
Erica, Rinna, and Teddy. And I don't know if she said Fox Force 4, if that was somebody else who said it, but everyone's like, "Oh my God, where's Dorit?" And she said Dorit and Sutton were both at the wedding, but they didn't make the picture, so they're not part of the 5.
That's it. That's intentional, by the way. When that happens, that's not by accident.
That's what I said. I was like, don't act like the one picture you post of your friends and say the Fox Force 4 or whatever, you just leave out Dorit on accident, ma'am. How dare you? How dare you?
That is something's up with that. Yeah, because I think I saw a picture of Bose from the wedding as well, right? Wasn't Bose there or no?
I don't know. I didn't really look at that many pictures. I just honestly copied and pasted the link.
Wait. Are you saying you're not obsessed with Alexia Umansky's wedding to a rando? Wow, I can't believe it.
Yeah. But good for her, I guess. You know, that's still something people do. So get married. So good for her. Yay. What do you want to talk about next?
Well, I think it's time that it's time to talk about Orange County stuff, right? It's time.
Yeah, we have to get on. Well, let's talk about one thing first.
Okay.
Because I think Real Housewives of Orange County is going to take the rest of the time. So Brittany Cartwright goes on romantic Mexican getaway with a new boyfriend after his wife blasts him online. Brittany Cartwright and her new boyfriend, Brandon Hansen, packed on the PDA in steamy new pics in photos obtained by blah, blah, blah. Who cares? They go to Cabo together. I can't tell if he's cute or not, honestly. He's got glasses on the whole time. Is he? I can't tell.
He's a big meatball from some angles, not cute from other angles. I'm gonna say not cute overall. I'm gonna looking at tattoos. I'm gonna say he is not cute. Sorry.
Okay, well here I'll show everybody on the screen so you can see him. So this is him. So they had all these pictures on the beach. Yeah, I'm gonna go with not cute. These tattoos. I'm gonna say you're not cute because of tattoos, but that's all I can see, sir. So sorry. Let's see. So then I'm trying to get to the picture that was so offensive. There's this one here. So see how he's like touching her belly and she's taking a picture and he's like licking out her earwax with his tongue and all that good stuff. So Gigi, dun dun dun, Gigi made a post and she said something along here. I'm trying to get it up now.
Well, Nessa, not Gigi Hadid, for those, because they do exist in the Bravo universe together. This is, okay, go on. See what Gigi said.
Gigi said something, I'm looking for the quote here, but I don't see it.
This
Gigi
is how
said
you know
something like, is she pregnant or what? Because his hand's on her belly and she looks pregnant. And like, is this a pregnancy announcement? You don't do that. What's wrong with you? And you've been pregnant.
Yes, you do. You know what? You do that if you were on the Valley Goldnessa style or Persian style, because then you're like, that's their way of saying, guess what? Our show's coming soon. We're going to start a rivalry with the other show by saying something rude to someone else. I'm not saying I approve it, but like to me, as soon as I saw that Gigi was in like a nascent feud with Brittany, I was like, I know what this is all about. She's trying to get that hype going for her version of the Valley.
Yeah. So I guess that's what happened. So of course, Kristen got all pissed off. I was like, how dare you? And went off on Gigi. And then Gigi went back off on her and was like, you don't want words with me. If you think you're going to have words with me, you're going to get some words. And you like words? You're about to get some words. Wordy. Wordy wordsmith.
Watch out. Watch out for those words.
It's a Gigi. It's a typical Gigi post. I didn't really understand what it said, but I knew it was threatening. I felt very threatened by it. She's like, you want a piece of me? Come on and get a piece of me. I'm Gigi from the Valley, baby. Gigi from the Valley. Come get your piece. Kristen's like, you come for my friend, you come for me. And then Zach Wickham was like, how dare you? How dare you come for a pregnant woman? So I'm not really sure, but they're all in
three.
And then Brittany went on her podcast and was like, yo, I don't got no beef with Gigi, but it ain't nice to body shame nobody. But
it ain't nice to do that. No.
But some people are like, she's not body shaming you. She's literally asking if you were doing a pregnancy thing because he was holding her belly. I mean, I don't know. But I'm an idiot. Listen, socially, I'm an idiot. I put my foot in my mouth all the time. We all know it. Okay? There's nothing to deny there. I'm the worst. Even I know not to do that, Gigi. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you never ask if someone's pregnant. You let them offer that. Okay? You don't enter that into evidence on your behalf.
But to be fair, you know how I know that? Because I've done it before. So I did burn my hand that way. One time when I was waiting tables many years ago, I was in my early 20s, just a little babe in the woods. And I said, what do you do to somebody? Oh, hell no. Oh no!
Order. You should have said to order more food because it looks like you don't have enough. Come on, let's get you some more food. That helped.
Eating for two. Yeah, that wasn't a proud moment in the John's Pizza.
I have other things I actually want to talk about before we get to OC. I just remembered.
Okay.
An article that I really enjoyed highlighted. The headline was how Harry Styles swooped in like Cinderella's prince. Hello, it's called Prince Charming. Okay. To help Real Housewives star avoid disaster at star-studded Parisian wedding. So, of course, I fell for the clickbait. I was like, who is Harry Styles interfacing with? I thought it was going to be Lisa Rinna. It was, of all people, Carol Radziwill. Carol was climbing up a staircase and her dress was too heavy and her friend turned around to take a photo of her and then in swoops Harry Styles to save her.
So my gosh. Yeah, so she's got that young man on her arm yet again.
I know. Well, I have to say I was happy for her. I was like, there's a lot of Real Housewives that try to interface with like the truly famous and she did it. So I say good for her. Good for her. She got some Harry Styles. He looked gorgeous. I'm not even a Harry Styles person. I was like, he looked so handsome right there next to Carol Radziwill. I don't know.
Speaking of her,
swim away from Zoe.
Did you see the interview where she was talking about being friends with Robert F. Kennedy, whatever, RFK? And they're like, what's up with you being so liberal and being friends with RFK? And she's like, well, you know, he wasn't into that whole like anti-conspiracy or anti-vaccinations and all of that. I mean, he was just a guy. He was just a nice guy. I mean, he did have the roadkill. Like, that was his thing. Like, he would find roadkill and he would keep it in his car. And, you know, you'd get in there and it stinked. I mean, it just smelled like death. His van smelled like death. So,
wow, she's really batting 100, you know, with between RFK and Ghislaine Maxwell. I mean, look, Carol's just killing it right now.
Oh, someone says, didn't she date RFK Jr.? Oh, wow. Did they date? Yikes.
No,
how could you date somebody when you get on the phone and they're like, would you like to go have a dinner tonight? Would you like to go have a dinner?
To be fair, his voice did not sound like that 20 years ago.
Oh, it didn't? I don't know. I'm just realizing how little I pay to the news, little attention I pay to the news, because I saw a clip of him on the news today. And I was like, he talks like that? I don't know. Did he get sick? Is that why? And am I making fun of someone who has an illness?
It's a condition. I looked it up. He has like a condition of like spasming. Well, honestly, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad for shaming RFK. I think it's okay. We can shame this man. Yeah.
Well, I think you're still not supposed to make fun of sick people, but I don't know. It's hard because we like doing voices, and he's like, oh yeah,
I'll make fun of someone who'll make other people sick. How about that? So then, by the way, Debbie in the comments noted she didn't date JFK Jr. She was married to his cousin, Anthony, I think was his name.
He had a brain worm, they're saying in the comments. Thanks, you guys. God, you know what? We should just always be on here so I could learn things. Robert Kennedy had a brain, probably from fucking dead things in his van. Don't those worms worm their way in there? Okay, Ben, go ahead. I'm so sorry.
No, actually, someone actually gave the actual medical diagnosis, which is that his condition is being an utter asshat. So I don't know if that's. Thank you, Angela and CA.
Well, I've suffered from that for sure.
To be fair, we all have. It goes around. It's happening right now, perhaps, to me. The other thing the last thing I want to talk about, Ronnie, because I saw this picture on Instagram and I was not happy about it. Craig and Madison LaCroix are going to be guest judges on Top Chef. Madison, fine. Like I'm down for Madison. She is born for corn, so give her a corn challenge. But Craig as a judge on Top Chef, I'm just not sure I buy that one. I'll be like, this tastes a lot like trying to make a relationship work and buying a ring and then just like not being loved in return. So yeah, it's really good. Thanks.
You know, we've seen Madison cooking on Southern Charm, and she jokes that she can't cook, but she's kind of like little Southern homemaker. And then we've seen Craig cook. Craig's cooking is taking a big bag of frozen meats and just dumping them onto the outdoor grill. Remember, he couldn't figure out how to work the pan and the stove or something in his house. I don't trust. No, Craig, no. I agree with you. Craig, no. But it would be fun. Yeah, he's sick. Everybody's telling me Robert F. Kennedy's sick. Okay, SARS. So anyway, yeah, I agree with the no. But you know what? We have to get into now this news because now we're going to run out of time. So let's get into the Kiki Monique of it all. The Real Housewives of Orange County, Kiki Monique scandal. So Kiki Monique has been everywhere. She's been on every podcast. She has been getting her story out there. Thank you to Vanderpod Recaps, as usual, for saving us the time, because I ain't listening to all that. I'm watching the Mormon, the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives in a weekend. I don't have time for all these podcasts, but she's breaking them down. She was on Carlos King. This is not on Vanderpod Recaps, but I saw a clip of this looking it up. Kiki says that producers called her to come on camera with Gretchen, but she wasn't really comfortable just being with Gretchen because Gretchen was one of the people at the party who said it. She was involved in the story, so she didn't want it only to be Gretchen because, it should be somebody else. So she asked for Gina to be there because she had that piece of gossip that if she told Gina that, I guess it was that, if she told Gina that Katie was talking about Gina saying, they agent design us or whatever, that Gina would be more likely to believe her story. So that's why she told her and insisted on her being there at this meeting. Okay. So that was the first thing. Then there was this rumor about Sheena and Kiki being friends. And so is it Sheena that really started this whole thing? Is it Sheena that said that Gretchen said that she went to the hospital because she was roofied? Because Sheena and Gretchen are friends. So what was it? So she went on, Katie, Janella, went on Teddy's podcast. Teddy.
Okay, hi, I'm Teddy.
Wait a second. She went on to Teddy. You mean two T's in a pod?
Yeah, what did I say?
Well, you said Teddy's podcast. I just want to clarify that it's two T's in a pod. A podcast that it's Tamara's podcast with Teddy. And Tamara, who basically started this entire thing about why we shouldn't trust Katie because she goes and talks to content creators, is now being welcomed by a content creator who just so happens to be Tamara, by the way. Just want to point that out.
Well, I think this was just a Teddy thing because I don't think Tamara was involved because she has journalistic integrity. So she's not there on Orange County Day.
Doesn't matter. Tamara will earn money off of that ad revenue for that episode. So
yes,
the hypocrisy has been flagged by me.
Yes, flagged hypocrisy. So I'm sure that they would argue that they are not saying content creators, they are saying bloggers, and they're not bloggers, they're podcasters, just because, you know, the semantics in the Housewives world. So they're talking about Sheena. Teddy is saying, okay, hi, I'm Teddy. So we're going to get into the Kiki Monique of it all. So I heard a rumor. There isn't one part of me, and correct me anywhere that I'm wrong. There isn't a part of me that doesn't believe that you went out to dinner with Jen, Brian, Gretchen, Slade, and all this was talked about. It was. Okay, so we'll get into the Jen of it all in just a minute. But what I was told, and who knows if this is true, but I was told that Gretchen and Sheena are very tight. Yes. And that Sheena told Kiki. And I've heard that from multiple people too. Okay. Well, I'm glad that we got that figured out. So I heard they're very tight. So here's multiple sources that could have told Kiki. You are vindicated. Hi, I'm Teddy. This is a Hi, I'm Teddy news network. Hi, I'm Teddy. Hi, I'm Teddy. Ha, 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 ha. Hi, I'm Teddy. Hi, I'm Teddy.
I don't know. I mean, I love the idea of bringing Sheena into this, but I just don't really see it. Like, I just don't see this as the smoking gun. I think that Katie said it. I think Katie said it to Kiki. I think Katie was being careless.
Katie continues. There's clips of Sheena calling Gretchen with Kiki on their podcast together, saying, "How do we get you back on the show? How do we do this?" And it's this stream of like 20 slides of how it makes sense that it allegedly was them. She's talking about a post that they saw on Instagram. And Katie insists that she did not tell Kiki. And Katie is saying, I was just gossiping about myself. I was sitting at that lunch and she knew about the episodes that I hadn't even seen. And she had seen screeners that I hadn't even been given. And it was before we filmed a reunion last year. And I was like, oh my God, I feel this way. I feel that way. And we were talking about it being a woman of color, the only woman of color, and kind of commiserating on that a little bit. And that's when I told her there are some things that I've seen with these women that make me feel a little weird. And that's when I brought up the Gina thing.
Yeah, first of all, I don't think that like they even have screeners available that far in advance. Like, if
well, this would have been the last.
Oh, just for last
reunion,
season,
right? Yeah, this would have been the last season, I guess.
Maybe. Okay, sorry, I got my timelines confused. I don't know. Like, I think that like, I just don't think that this was put forth by Sheena. And then Katie, it got like mixed up in that way. I don't think that like Sheena told Kiki, and then Kiki is saying that Katie said it to protect Sheena. I just don't think that. I think that if Sheena said it, I think Kiki would say, Sheena told me this. And I just don't see what she has. I don't know why Kiki would have to like, what motive she has to pin it on Katie necessarily. I think that Katie told her. I think Katie was being sloppy. And I think it's like, and honestly, I don't care that Katie told her because I think that it's so overblown. Like, it's really, I just think this is, it's ridiculous that she's losing her income because of this stupid lie when people have lied about far worse and have done far worse on this show. But I just think that like, the Sheena thing is like funny, but it's not, So
the allegation is like, if we're just piecing this together, so the allegation would be that Katie goes to dinner with everybody. She hears all this gossip. She gets together with Kiki And all she told Kiki was the Gina stuff. Like Gina said the thing about Asian designers, which Kiki took. And now Katie and Teddy are alleging that just to get Gretchen back on the show, this is so confusing. I need a pen. I need a
Katie
whiteboard.
Say on the show,
basically that they're going to come up with this whole thing. Okay, well, Kiki, you heard this information. So why don't we make it that we say that Katie was the one who told us, because then that'll start a fight with the Katie on the show and that'll get Gretchen back on the show. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It's too far-fetched.
Yeah, it's like there's too many moving parts, and it's honestly not a great story to get on the tab on the show anyway, you know?
But also, didn't she admit to us that she told Kiki that like Gretchen had to go to the hospital and there were drugs in her system, right? Didn't Katie admit that? I can't keep track of it anymore.
No, Katie's saying she never said that to Kiki. She's saying she got together with Kiki, but she didn't tell her that Gretchen went to the hospital and was.
So so she's saying she never told Kiki this, and so the way that Kiki knows about it is because of the
from Sheena thing. Right? Because Sheena and Gretchen are friends. So Gretchen told Sheena. Sheena told. She told Kiki Monique, and then Kiki Monique blamed it on Katie to give Gretchen a storyline for the show. I mean,
Gretchen doesn't need Kiki to do that for her. And I think Kiki knows that. Like, Kiki doesn't need to do that for Gretchen. I think that maybe she did hear it from Sheena at some point, but she also heard it from Katie as well. And I don't know. I just think that whatever Kiki mentioned to her friend, whatever trickled back to Tamra, that is, whether it was originally sourced from Sheena or Katie, it's hard to say. But I just think that like Katie, I'm fully on Katie's side, but Katie is she's messed up a lot. And so it seems too far-fetched to me that there's this like conspiratorial.
Well, I can't really be on Katie's side either. I'm on team nobody, because it's hard to be on Katie's side when she's still lying. Like, I believe that she's lying about that too. I just think it's too crazy that she didn't get together and tell Kiki, and then Kiki's saying, no, she definitely told me, and I can't believe she would throw me under the bus like this. Well, you threw her under the bus by going and telling other people, telling Jacques, which went to Dave Quinn, and then Dave Quinn went and ran to Tamra, which is, I don't know, these journalistic integrities that people have are crazy anyway. I don't know that we're really journalists, any of us, but I think Dave Quinn would be, because he's at People Magazine. That's like a real journalist thing, It's a journalistic outlet. But yeah, he shouldn't be running to Tamra and tattletaling. I mean, what kind of storytellers are these? Where's my deep throat? Where's my Bob Woodward and what's his face? Woodward and Einstein.
Carl Bernstein.
Woodward and Zingerman. Where's Woodman and Zingerman?
This is a total collapse of all journalistic integrity, and this is what happens when we do not support real journalism. Obviously, clearly, but it's
hard to support real journalism because you have to pay every time you read an article.
That's true.
I even went to see something the other day. Someone sent us about Wendy Malick winning something in Buffalo journalism, and I couldn't even read the article because Buffalo journalism is trying to charge me to read. I'm like, you are the Buffalo newspaper. You really think I'm going to be paying to read your thing about Wendy Malick? I'm not going to do that. You put some ads on there and feed it to me. What the hell, Buffalo?
You're sitting on a viral news story and you won't let it spread because you're putting a paywall on it. The people want to know about Wendy Malick, okay? Let us read it.
Yeah, we get huge Wendy Malick news about being inducted into the Buffalo Journalist Hall of Fame or whatever the hell it was, and I don't even get to read the article. What the hell?
It's inappropriate. I think that ultimately in this situation, I think it's totally plausible that like Sheena and Gretchen, we saw them saying like, how do we get you back on TV, Gretchen? And but those are conversations that happen all the time. Every time I see Leah Black, I'm like, how do we get you back on TV? Because I want her to be a real housewife again. I think in this case, I am going to settle on that. I think that Katie just was being sloppy. And if she would just say, yeah, I said it because I didn't think it was that big of a deal, I think that would be really beneficial. But I think she's trying to double down and I think it's time to let the mouse go, Katie. Okay, we're rooting for you, but you gotta do the right thing here. Not the right thing. You gotta do the like sane thing. I think, you know.
Yeah, and just admit that you said it. Oh my God! But then again, it is really taking away from the real thing, which is that Gretchen and Slade were the ones saying it at the dinner, and now they're denying it, probably not to get in trouble with production. But even before that, the real thing is that it happened in the first place. The Tamra moment, the naked wasted episode happened in the first place. That was the real travesty. And I think every bit of blame belongs on Tamra and Vicky and Gina. And everybody else, just shut up. That was 9 million years ago. Okay. Do you want to talk about what I was doing when we started this podcast 13 years ago? No, you don't. I see the Facebook memories of it, and it was terrifying. It was terrifying. Okay. And I don't want to have to watch you either. It's like watching your Facebook memories. I don't want to see your gumdrop hair or all your crazy shit that you were doing back. By the way, your gumdrop hair has stuck in my head that you called her gumdrop hair.
I love that. I heard you.
That
you
is
just
stuck
say
in
that
my
right now
head.
made me so happy.
That is stuck in my head. I've laughed about it all weekend. I don't want to see your gumdrop hair, or I don't want to see you 12 faces ago. I feel like I'm in Inception. I need to be stuck. I need to stay in the present, guys. It's the power of now. Okay, it's a self-help book. Read it.
And also, let's not forget. As let me just say also 5 more times in one sentence. But we're acting as if people were like between Gretchen and Sheena and Kiki and Katie, that people were like lighting bombs and breaking the internet, like putting this all out there to the universe for maximum exploitation. And the truth was, it was all just like, people whispering and having little pun intended kikis. And they were like, I heard this. But no one was like being outright like, oh, write a headline about this, do this. No one was like blatantly doing that. And the person who made it a thing, the person who brought it into the public, because all of these people, despite knowing it, did not put it onto their various platforms. It was Tamra. Tamra is the one who did this. And she didn't even do it to say, I'm so upset at you, Gretchen, that you would say this. She did it solely to turn Gretchen against Katie. And it's like, she's so malevolent. I mean, it's wild.
And it worked.
Don't forget.
And as far as everybody else, Katie, you're wrong for taking that conversation. You should know not to sit with Slade Smiley and take anything that Slade Smiley says seriously, because Slade's a fucking liar and a crazy person. So you're bad for taking that and gossiping about it to a blogger. Gretchen, you're bad for marrying Slade in the first place. What a fucking loser. And for gossiping about that if you didn't want to get out, and now lying about it. And who else is in this? Kiki Monique, you shouldn't have been taking shit that you heard and then gossiping about it to other journalists. And then who's the other one? Dave Quinn, you shouldn't be calling Tamra and tattletaling. I mean, what the hell kind of magazine writer are you? You can't be tattletaling to all the housewives. I demand integrity. So all of you are wrong, all of you. And it sucks that the person who's the most wrong in this, Tamra, is the one that's winning. You bunch of dummies. Yes. You gave Tamra a win. You gave Tamra a clean win. She's even doing well in comments now. People are like, we love you, Tamra. I mean, she's magic. She's a magician. I'll give her that. So you dummies just handed her a win.
I think also the nice thing that happened out of all this was that over the weekend, it was like opening weekend for football, and Katie, there's an Instagram story, and Katie has like landed some sort of Taco Bell partnership. There was definitely something that said like hashtag Taco Bell partner or whatever, sponsored SponCon, sponsored link, sponsored content, and everyone has just been delighting in the fact that Katie wound up with a taco contract and Emily didn't. So,
oh my God, second person on Bravo, because Lindsay was the first. I got the taco contract, and now Katie Janela got a taco contract. Good for her. You're going to go to Taco Bell and you're going to order like a chalupa, and then when you get to the counter, they're going to give you nachos, and you're going to be like, you said you were going to give me a chalupa. I never said that. Yes, you did. No, I never said that. I ordered a chalupa. No, you didn't. They're going to call Katie, and they're going to call Kiki Monique, and Kiki Monique's going to be like, they got a burrito. No, I didn't. Everyone's going to gaslight you in the line at Taco Bell.
I want to defend Kiki on one point here. I'm seeing a lot of people in the comments being like, she shouldn't have talked to this person. She shouldn't have talked to that person. And like, theoretically, sure, theoretically. But the truth is, like, when you're with friends, and especially if you're friends in like the Bravo world, sometimes you might say something like, oh, like I went out with so-and-so and they were a mess. They were saying crazy shit. They were saying this or that. And you sort of like feel like there's like a sort of a code of, I think, content creators a bit where it's like, we don't put it on the air, it's that behind closed doors. There is a certain amount of like note sharing that does happen. And like, we don't put like everyone's shit on blast. People don't tell us stuff and then we just go and blab it for sure. But every night sometimes you tell stories about like a Real Housewife that you went out with or something like that. And I just don't think that Kiki should be like hung, like crucified
excoriated,
for talking,
you know?
excoriated for talking to one of her friends and talking to like someone who else is sort of in the quote unquote industry and in the circle. Cause we all do it. Okay. We all do it. And what's bad is that someone then went and brought it to Tamra, and that's bad. And they should not have done that. But like, I think, you know, like,
so yeah, I mean, look, ultimately,
I don't know.
That's what Tamra said, but you know, Tamra said that on Jeff's podcast, on Jeff's radio show. But you know, look, yeah, she was messy. I think Kiki was messy, but I also think that you're allowed to gossip with your friends.
You're allowed to gossip. Come
and
on, everyone.
we know that she's friends with Jacques, and then Jacques probably went and according to Tamra, went from Jacques to Dave Quinn to Tamra. So then Jacques was messy and talked to Tamra about it. Also my question is, was Jacques the person who told Katie in the first place that the paparazzi were hired by Heather? Because you know that Katie said she has connections to someone who knows all the paparazzi, and isn't he Daily Mail? So is that Jacques too? I want to know. Someone give me the answer.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, she was messy, but ultimately Kiki did not release the information. You know what I mean? She didn't come on the air and she didn't go on her Instagram.
Exactly.
She didn't make it a thing. You know, she gossiped, which was wrong, but Dave Quinn told Tamra, and then Tamra made it a thing. So
exactly.
She was messy.
Like, she gossiped, but I think,
you know, don't crucify the lady over it.
Honestly, I could imagine if I had found out like, oh yeah, and then I heard that like that Tamra had roofied Gretchen, or Gretchen said that Tamra roofied her or something like that, or even said they were drugged in the system. I could imagine having cocktails with like, I don't know, like Courtney from Two Judgy Girls and Mary too, and being like, you know what I heard? I heard that. Isn't that crazy after all these years? Like, she's, you know, that happened. Like, ha ha ha. Moving on, get some goat cheese balls.
And if they went and they released that, we'd be pissed, you know? Because you're supposed to be able to gossip.
You're supposed to be able to gossip with your fellow like podcasters. You are allowed to. And again, like, there's stuff that just stays with me and Ronnie. But like, but stupid shit like that, because let's not forget, this is all just like a little thing, a little comment. Stupid shit like that sort of flies around between all of the content creators all the time. And someone violated it. Someone violated the pact of the content creators.
Yeah, you're all messy. You're all messy, all of you. Shame. Shame.
Okay, I just feel like,
dong.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
I just
right.
feel
Well,
like I wanted to defend Kiki on that note a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, because it does become kind of a feeding frenzy, you know, where everyone's like, well, fuck her. And
yeah,
I don't think it's that. I think I hope it's lesson learned, but also it's hard to be friends with all these people on Bravo, right? You know, you can't get too close with these people and then still report on them in a way that people are going to trust you. Like, you can't be going and hanging out with Janet and then being like, well, I like Janet. She's nice. Like, Janet sucks. Like, you have to be able, if you're going to recap Bravo, you have to be able to say who sucks and who doesn't suck, even if you like them sometimes. Just like I'm doing now when I like you, you know, like you have to be able to do that. So I think it would be just very hard to be friends with all these people. You know, we've made arm's length friendships with people, but we are very honest with them that we're going to still give them shit the next day. And I think that's extremely important to do because, you know, you can't be going to standing up for people just because they're being nice to you. They're not stupid. They're trying to make you say good things about them. Don't get tricked.
Don't get tricked. Don't get tricked. Well, on that note, we're gonna wrap up the audio portion of Crappy Hour, and before we do, just a reminder that this episode of Watch What Crappens was brought to you by Virgin Voyages.
Yes, Virgin. Thank you for the support, and everybody out there, thank you so much for being here. And we will talk to you next time. For those of you staying with us on YouTube and Instagram, we will put a link in the comments right now for you to join us on camera. But everybody on audio, love you guys. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, let us share the link to come have some talkie.
Talkie.
But yeah, that is uncomfortable when it becomes people that are kind of in our world, because there's like a professional courtesy too. You know, you don't want to go after people and be like, well, Kiki, what the fuck? You know, because we like her like in real life, and we're going to see each other. And we see all of these people just because of what we all do the same thing. So, you know, we see each other at parties or openings or what. I mean, I don't go to very many things, but you know, eventually we go on each other's shows and stuff like that. Yeah, we meet each other. And so you don't want to be coming after anybody So it's a fine line to walk where you're not coming after people in your world, because that's not cool either. I don't want to be an asshole, but I don't want to be guilty also of what I'm accusing them of, which is like becoming overly friendly with people and then just not saying anything when it's glaring. Right. So I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Danielle. We haven't talked to Danielle in a while. Danielle, hello.
Hi.
Beautiful. Welcome. How are you?
I'm good. I have to say, when I got online, you guys look amazing. Like you're both glowing. Like you're both pregnant. I don't know. It's very nice.
It's good lighting. Don't worry. Wait, do you want to see what it looks like when I turn my light off? Because
you're still gonna look the same. Stop playing around.
I'm not doing that.
Look, hello.
Still the same. No,
I will not do that.
Knock it off.
Back on.
I do have an OC thing real quick, but I just wanted to say, Ronnie, you calling Stephanie's plane old man ball plane has sent me to death several times. And when I talk about it with my friends, that's what we call it, old man ball plane. And it's the best thing ever. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
So did you hear about the lady in OC who got in trouble because she registered her dog to vote in the last 2 elections?
Oh my God. No, we can do that.
When I saw that, I thought of Shannon and poor Archie.
Oh my God.
She got in trouble. She got arrested. She really did. She I don't know. I don't think they put out her name, but yeah, she got 2 felonies for that, for registering her dog.
Oh God. I actually almost would be in favor of that, just because I feel like Archie and the other dogs would probably vote better than some of the Real Housewives of Orange County would.
You're probably right about that.
Dogs are better judges of character, for sure.
Absolutely.
Oh
poor Archie. I just love him so much.
I know. Now he's caught up in a voting scandal.
Well, maybe it was Shannon, because Archie has like a new brother or sister now. Shannon got another golden, so
oh, I didn't know that.
Maybe it was Shannon.
Vote early and vote often.
I wonder, was it a Democrat? Do you know their political leanings? Because I think Orange County pretty much is red anyway, so I don't know.
No, it's a little bit.
I have it. I have it on here. They're the other side. Well, I shouldn't say that. They're red. They're red.
Oh God, you guys were winning anyway. You need like literally everybody and your dog to vote. Oh my God,
that's ridiculous.
All right. Well, thank you. It was good talking to you.
You too. Bye, guys.
See you later. Oh my gosh, how funny.
I just love the idea of like Shannon walking Archie into a voting center. I know this is not what it is. It's registering to vote is different, but I just like the idea of like putting a little hat and a mustache on Archie and be like, "This is my husband, Archibald B. Dog, and he would like to vote. Thank you very much."
All right, let's talk to Jess. Jess S. Hello, Jess.
Oh my gosh.
How you doing?
I am doing really well. Y'all do God's work. I can't even tell you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I get to watch Bravo because it's my homework so that I can listen to you to and from work.
Oh, I love that. Thank you. My God, keep listening.
So
I hope they come out with more shows. I'm always worried. I'm like, come on, Bravo. Don't leave us now. What am I going to do with the rest of my life?
Yeah, I know. I had to scrape the bottom of the barrel then when I started watching McBee Dynasty.
Welcome to the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. Also, my best friend is a gay man from Katona.
Really?
I'll bet he knows him. What's his name? Well, it's on the internet, so I don't know if you want to say that. Yeah,
can't say. He has a wife. That's awesome, though. I love that.
I know. So I'm an attorney in New York City, New York County Housing Court, and they're really memorable days, like bleak days, when Trump won the election. The nonprofit attorneys were wearing all black. One of these insane days was when Scandival happened. Everybody was like, the world has turned upside down. What is going on? Why didn't we know about this? The shock. And yeah, I was one of these people who went to, just podcasts and the internet for help. Because I'm so lost.
What is
and
even
that's how I
right
discovered
now?
that's how I discovered y'all. And I was just like, their impressions of Tom Sandoval are just so on point.
Thank you.
So
Thanks,
you're welcome
Jess.
again. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you. Do you have a favorite Peloton instructor, by the way? I see you have a Peloton back there.
I never use it.
Oh, okay.
Atta girl. That's my kind of girl, Jess. All right, hit us. What's your question?
Okay, my question is, so again, I was doing my homework. I was watching. I don't usually watch What Happens Live, but I was stalking you and saw when you were on it. And yeah, I told my husband, like, look, my guys are on Watch What Happens Live. Oh my God. And Andy was like, I think he asked, who do you think are the MVPs of Salt Lake City this year? I was wondering, who do you think are the MVPs of Miami?
Ooh,
I feel like Miami is kind of about the whole group. Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
The MVPs of Miami. Okay, we'll close out with the MVPs of Miami. Hit it, Ben. And thank you, Jess.
Yeah, thanks, Jess. MVP, I have to go with a weird gut instinct on this one. And I hate that Stephanie jumped into my brain first. Like, because she's not the most likable person by far. But like, I feel like so much of this season has really been about her. And like, I feel like, I'm not going to say she's brought the drama, because they all bring the drama and they're all really good at it. But like, when I'm thinking about this season, like the first thing that pops up is her. And I just want to say on this note, by the way, I saw a commercial with, God, who's that? Megan? No. You know, all about that bass. Yeah, bass.
Meghan Trainor.
Meghan Trainor. I'm starting to realize that actually Stephanie is Meghan Trainor. If you look at them, they're the same person. So Meghan Trainor and Katie Cazzorla laugh. Yes. But I have to say, weirdly, I'm going to say Stephanie's MVP. What about you?
I would give a split. You know, I've never really given this person the MVP, but Lisa, I would say Lisa is being very, you know, I like Lisa's. She's still got the Lenny storyline, but I like how it's morphed into this, like being with a Howdy Doody doll and fighting with Larsa, but keeping it semi-classy, but also still being hours late and missing planes. And I think her and Larsa are both doing good. I'm going to give it to Lisa. I think she's been consistently funny. I think she's been able to give the drama and also be very funny and also fight, but also be nice to the other girls. And the other one I'm going to say is Gertie, because I really like that Gertie came in ready to fight and go to the mat. I thought the whole texting thing, putting them on the screen was really funny. Like, maybe I was one of the only ones who really loved that. I thought that was hilarious. But then I also like that she's able to pivot like she has and just be like, you know what? Okay, if they don't like that, I said my piece, and so now I'm just going to chill and be hilarious the rest of the season and just comment on I love her like constant nodding and be like, and I like her support of Adriana having a nervous breakdown about getting older, you know, being supportive in that way. So I'm going to say those two are my personal favorites, but I will agree that Stephanie has added a lot to the season for sure, as annoying as she is.
Stephanie's not likable, but she has sort of been kind of like the center of everything. Like, she's just sort of, and I feel like she's the one that we're most interested in talking about off camera. I think not off camera this, outside the show. Like, she's the one that we're speculating about with her marriage and like what's going on with like her sisters. And I don't know. I think that like she's sort of like where the show has been oriented. But you know, there's also another philosophical debate, which is what makes an MVP. Just because you're the center of something doesn't mean you're an MVP. But either way, I mean,
well, overall, it's an ensemble cast, and I think they've done a really good job of playing as an ensemble this year on that show. You know, that's why it's harder to pick because there's not just one. But everybody, thank you so much for being here. This was really good. Good times talking to you and reading your comments all night. Sorry to everybody we didn't get to on video, but we will be back in 2 weeks, and we'll try and start the video part a little bit earlier next time. Thanks for being with us. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye, everyone.